So y'all, please help me understand this. My lights got turned off. So I called my baby's father and asked him if he could get my lights turned on for me. He said no, because I have a husband and that's his responsibility.
Why would he pay your light bill and there's another man in your house? Do you hear how stupid and how foolish you look? You really look foolish. And I'm going to just leave it at that.
How is that his responsibility to pay my lights to get turned back on after they get turned off? That you have kids that stay here. You don't care about your kids?
You look foolish. You sound like an idiot. You sound psychopathic. It was a stupid thing to post online, and it is foolish. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Travis, and welcome to the IPH Theory. Also, I am one half of the Cultural Discussions. Please like, follow, and subscribe to both entertainment channels on YouTube. Ladies and gentlemen, I have a disturbing video to show you guys today. It is about a married woman, keyword married, and she wants the father of her children to pay her electricity bill. I'm not sure if her husband doesn't have the money. I don't know. I'm about to view this for the first time, just like you guys are, and we'll go from there.
So y'all, please help me understand this. My lights got turned off. So I called my baby's father and asked him if he could get my lights turned on for me. He said no, because I have a husband and that's his responsibility. How is that his responsibility to pay my lights to get turned back on after they get turned off? That you have kids that stay here. You don't care about your kids? I understand that I have a husband, granted, don't beat me up over it, but we fell on hard times. So as my baby's father, I feel like you're supposed to pick up the slack. So you rather for your kids be in the dark than to help your baby mother get her lights turned back on? What if I didn't have a husband? Would you have helped me then? These men is crazy. Sir, help me get my lights turned on. Don't worry about my husband. He's doing what he's supposed to do as a man. As my baby daddy, you should be helping me.
Ladies and gentlemen, you all heard that idiocy and that lunacy like I did. First of all, if your lights are off, maybe your kids can stay with their father until you and your husband get your lights turned on. At first, I was like, okay, does her and her husband live together? And then she said, she basically confirmed that they live together, but they fell on hard times. You know, some of these idiots, they want to benefit from every man in their life. If they have a neighbor who's stupid enough to let them borrow his car, she'll ride his car. If she has a work husband, she'll go to lunch with him. He'll buy her food. Then the husband is paying all the bills. Then the baby daddy is going to be putting in like, no, to hell with this. The entitlement is sick. Your arrogance is even more sickening. Obviously, your man is not doing what he needs to do as a man, meaning your husband. Because why are your lights off and there's two able adults in the house? Why would he pay your light bill and there's another man in your house? Do you hear how stupid and how foolish you look? You really look foolish. And I'm going to just leave it at that. You look foolish. You sound like an idiot. You sound psychopathic. Why would the father of your children pay your lights and you have a husband there? Are you basically telling the world that your husband is not worthy? I want to use another word. Your husband ain't ish. That's what I really want to say. So the guy can't keep the lights on, but let me guess, y'all are laying together at night. You spreading your legs to him at night and he can't even keep the lights on. If you weren't married, it's a strong possibility that the father of your children would help out with your light bill. I personally wouldn't. I'll just say, hey, I will pick up the kids and they can come to my residence where the lights is on, the AC works, the heat works, we got food in the fridge. If you can't afford these kids, you need to pass them to their father. But the idiocy of you wanting your ex, the father of your children, to pay your bills, and you have another man there. You know what? Let's look at this from another perspective. The father of your kids, he loses his job, his lights are off, but he has a girlfriend there that works, and he wants you to keep his lights on. Would you do it? I don't think you would do it. And if you did do that, it further shows us what an idiot you are. You know, this topic shouldn't even take that much time because it's not nothing that needs to be taught here. This is just simple, psychotic, idiotic behavior. It was a stupid thing to post online, and it is foolish. It's flat out absurd. It's disappointing as well. You actually fixed your mouth and hit record online to say that crap. You should be ashamed of yourself. That's what's wrong with society. They have taken shame out of society. That's why idiots can get online and say this foolery. You have a whole husband, but I'm supposed to help you with your light bills. You fool. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Travis. I thank you for your time. I thank you for your patience. If you don't like this video, good for you. You probably an idiot like this woman in this video. Gentlemen, keep your peace. I salute the children's father. Don't put in on those lights. She has a man who is currently dealing with her and laying down with her. That is his responsibility now. If they want to send the kids to your house, let them do that until they figure out their electric and their power situation. Have a great day.